Boom. And we rocking. We rocking. Alright, everybody, what up? It's your boy P here. This is the Insensitive Podcast. This is episode, is it 13 or 12, niggas? Is it 12? No, I think it's 12. 12, right? It's episode 12. It's the Insensitive Podcast. This your boy P. I'm back. My nigga Brandon is here with me. What up, my nigga? Good. This nigga right here. This nigga always doing some bullshit. Y'all, we got a special guest with us today, man. It's me, Brandon, and we got one more, our boy Brian, our high school friend. We ain't seen this nigga. I don't even remember last time I saw you.
I know, it's been some years. It's been a minute. It's been some years.
It's been a minute. Y'all said Edgewood was the last time, right?
Edgewood.
Even Edgewood was some years.
Yeah, and that was some years ago, but yeah, welcome, man. We appreciate you coming, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
Appreciate you coming, man.
Yeah, you've been asking me for a minute.
I've been asking, you know, it's like he egged me on it a couple times. Like, I got you. But nah.
Yeah, I got you. I had to definitely make sure. So what else, man? Like I said, this is episode 12. We've been going for 3 months straight now. Me and my nigga Brandon. Every week for the past 3 months straight. We've been keeping it consistent. Like I said last week, we are now on Apple Podcasts. So we're now on Apple Podcasts. We are on YouTube and we are on SoundCloud. We appreciate every single person that's been listening to the podcast up until this point right now.
We do appreciate it. We're looking to get on Spotify pretty soon. We're going to look on getting on other platforms. We're going to see, what else to do. But we do appreciate your support. Y'all giving us some streams and, liking our content.
Yeah, especially everybody that's been sending Q&A questions too. We got a Q&A today that we'll do at the end. We haven't done a Q&A in maybe a couple weeks, I think. But yeah, like we said, appreciate every single person that's been listening. Tell your friends, tell anybody that's interested in podcasts, just let them know about the Insensitive Podcast. We'll be here every week, like I said.
Word of mouth is the best.
Right?
Yeah, we going strong. Last week, like I said, we did the Apple Podcast. We're gonna do the video soon. We're hoping to get that done by episode 15, so y'all finally see our faces on video. And then instead of the YouTube videos just being audio, it'll be our actual video on YouTube, and then the audio will be on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts.
So we're gonna aim for what? Episode 15.
Yeah, episode 15.
Yeah.
Aiming at. So yeah. So we got a guest. I didn't even want to ask you till now, Brian. What? Do you drink?
Do I drink?
Because we take a shot with every single guest. You got to take a shot.
I kept looking at it and I was like,
oh, he thought you was going. I put it over there so he could see it. Hey,
I kept looking at it. I was like, all right, well, they on the water tonight. I respect it.
Hey, I put 3 bottles by the TV. We got the TV in front of us. I got Hennessy, I got Ciroc Peach, and I got Patron. What you drinking on, bro?
You know what? I'm gonna do the because honestly, I've been drinking since last Thursday, like every single night.
Okay.
And it's been dark, so I actually.
So you want the Henny?
No, I'm actually doing Patron.
Okay.
Because I'm from Southern and we mix it up.
I might do the Henny. I'm gonna give me a shot of Henny, B. I'm gonna do the Henny. Hold up, Brady.
If the group doing, Henny, like
what you gonna drink? Nah, do the Henny. This nigga right here.
I had one of the Henny now.
Do the Henny, nigga. He tried to pour the Patron real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the whole group on the Henny.
You see, you tried to pour it real quick when you said put the Henny.
He did.
This nigga right here, man.
You gotta stay with the culture. You got to.
Bro, me and this dude, we drank Henny for so long. We had our first apartment, our second one, bro.
Yeah, we
got so sick of it, bro. Like, I can't even,
it probably tastes like water to you.
That shit can't even stomach that shit now.
We gonna toast up too.
Perfect.
We gonna definitely toast up, bro. So yeah, today we'll run down real quick while Brandon's doing that. We got the music segment. We gonna do what's trending. We got a lot of sports shit to talk about. Me and Brian were both actually in attendance at the Falcons game last night, so we gonna talk about that.
Attendance.
Yeah, we got the shoutout segment, we got the fuck you segment, and then we got the Q&A at the end, and then we will close out. So that's the rundown.
Happy we finally got a Q&A after weeks.
Yeah. So we finally
do it in weeks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna toast up.
We're gonna toast up.
We're gonna toast to Brian because we ain't seen him in some years.
Yeah, toast up, my
good.
nigga.
I
Appreciate you coming, man. For real, bro.
Really appreciate it.
Bust that down, yo.
He done broke the motherfucking glass. This nigga right here. Shot didn't even go down yet and this nigga's drunk.
Turn up.
Damn, that's one of my favorite shot glasses too, but it's all good. Hold on, let me clean this up.
That makes it memorable.
Fuck, man, I got that shit from Cancun. God damn it.
It's highly memorable.
Pause.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
So what's up, Brian, man? Tell us a little bit what you do, bro. With, producing as far as that and your other stuff that you do, bro.
Tell us a little about yourself, Brian. Tell the audience a little about yourself.
We want everybody to know.
Nah, definitely. So I think first and foremost, primarily, I'm a software engineer now. Like software engineering, software development. Went to school for computer science, so I'm over at IBM. working on IBM security, working on a threat intelligence platform, and every day just try to get better and better. Now, aside from that, yes, I do music. I do a lot of trap music. Trying to dive more into like the R&B. Really want to get into EDM.
Okay.
Because I think that's it's just
a big scene.
It's at. That's where it's a big scene.
That's a
You
big
can
scene.
Go global with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm working on that. Another thing is like at my church I do sound engineering for them.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for the last 15 years. So live sound, I'm
Damn.
actually pretty decent at getting that set up and really going. But yeah, that's kind of just what I've been on. As far as like right now, it's IBM like all day.
Yeah.
That's
good.
24/7.
It's good. And as Brian was telling us when when we was off here, he went through school. He had to go through. For all y'all out there that's in school doing all that, y'all gotta keep going, man. That's what Brian did. That's what I'm trying to do. A lot of people out there trying to do.
Oh yeah.
He pushed through. He did what he needed to do.
Definitely. Like I said, it don't matter how long it take you. You can't look at what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
And, these people are out, and or these people are doing this thing. Whether school is the route for you or the school isn't the route for you. I mean,
Right.
Find your purpose.
Everybody got their own path, bro. And like you said,
Everybody got their
and
own
like
path.
you said earlier, that's the most important thing: finding your specific purpose, bro.
100%. But go hard. Don't
Yeah,
take
yeah.
breaks.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Exactly.
Don't get complacent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cliche as it is. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all went to South Carolina High School, man. And we were just talking about it before we got on air. We was just talking about being at the lunch table and shit. All three of us used to be at the lunch table every day. These two, hey, y'all two niggas used to be going back and forth. That shit used to be funny as fuck. Hey, yo. These two niggas used to get into it all the time. Just be on some dumb shit, some stupid ass shit. It would just be stupid shit.
It's crazy how much we were linked up. And I always think about like, when was like the disconnect, like in the change, the shift in when it was like, we weren't hanging as much.
Right.
And I think a lot of it was when I started like playing football.
Yeah.
And like really, just on that, like football just takes you away from so much.
A lot of
stuff,
shit,
that brotherhood over there. But it's like, the thing I always say is like, I love having sort of like low maintenance friends.
Yeah.
Meaning that anytime you do link up, it's always
It's
the
like
same.
you never
It's
left.
Like, it's like no time is lost,
yeah.
because you have some friends where it's like they really kind of take attitudes, things like that, like oh, we've been at da da da.
It's all love, man.
Yeah, it's all love.
That's all it is, bro.
All of us is
I feel like we just, we may have seen you, I hadn't seen you in a while, but it's all good. It's all good, bro.
Yeah, it's all
Because we
love.
can hit them up in a second. You can hit that front up in a second. They'll be right there, bro.
100%,
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So yeah, you ready? We gonna jump into the segment, y'all. So we got music first, cause we only 7 minutes in. You ready? You gonna tackle this shit with us, bro? What's up?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely.
What, you finna get another one?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay, hold up. Hey, pour me one more.
I told y'all.
Hey, this
Nah,
nigga Brian.
Nah, I'm gonna stay with it.
Hey, this nigga Brian. Hey, that's my nigga, man. This nigga said I need another one. Hey, give me one more too, bro.
What glass, nigga?
I got it right here. I got another one. Don't slam it. Don't slam it.
What's funny is he was signaling me, and I thought I was banging on the table a lot.
Oh, no.
Hey, after this, I'm gonna be straight for a little bit, cause I'm not trying to be on here drunk. Cause I've been on here drunk already, bro, and I be, oh man.
Yo, Pernell told me like as soon as I came in, he's like, yo, if you keep putting your hands down on the table, like moving your water and shit, I'm kicking you out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep it at a minimum.
You good, B?
Yeah. Hey, let's wait and see if Pernell gonna break that glass this time.
Nah, not this time. Not this time.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. P, what's the first agenda?
All right.
What's on the agenda?
Hold on. That shit was nasty as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Christ. That's it for me after that. All right, so first thing we got music. Then we gonna get what's trending in sports. Then we got a couple things after that. So music, first thing we gonna start with TDE. Reason, one of the artists in TDE, he tweeted the other day. He said the whole gang in the studio for the next month with the eye emojis. Pretty much putting out that him, Schoolboy Q, SZA, Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, everybody in TDE. Pretty much, I'm guessing that they finna put an album together. We know we talked about it a lot on here. Dreamville, they did that in early January. They all came out here to Atlanta. They locked into the studio with a whole bunch of fucking artists, everybody in the fucking game you can think of, and they put an album together. So it looks like TDE may be doing the same thing. Like I said, Reason is the one that put this tweet out, and then somebody else from TDE, they put another tweet on. This was on September 9th. So TDE compilation. Brian, you want to hear it?
Oh yeah.
You was just asking about it.
I think the fact is you got a lot of like superstars and like like some real, hitters in TDE.
Right, yeah.
And they really stand on their own very well. So I think I'm very excited to see what a compilation album will sound like.
Right.
I see, MMG do it often. That is like, Rick Ross's thing. I see, now obviously Dreamville with J. Cole, they do it often. So it's good to see TDE do it. Just consider, like you said, that roster with, you got SZA, you got Schoolboy Q, you got, obviously Kendrick.
Fucking J-Rock, Isaiah Rashad. You fuck with Isaiah Rashad?
I'm trying to get. I've heard a few things, and every time I have heard it, I was like, "Oh shit, I need to
listen to his album called "The Sun's Tirade." It came out 2 years. That shit is a classic, bro. That's a classic. Sun's Tirade. That's a classic, bro. Like, I ain't even fuck with him like that. But that album, that shit is amazing, bro.
No, I'm definitely check that one out.
I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of these kind of projects.
Yeah,
not just with labels. I feel like they kind of set, they kind of Dreamville. They set it kind of.
But now MMG's done it a couple times though.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It didn't have the impact.
Not to that level.
Like
I feel like
the Dreamville shit. That shit was like
that shit was a
my thing is with the
nice
project.
project.
Albums, you never know what you're gonna get because the thing is, you may have like a bunch of superstars.
Yeah.
But it's like, do they
quality
fit well together?
Yeah.
Like quality. Are you gonna have like the Avengers?
Yeah.
Or you gonna have just something else where it's like a bunch of guys playing rec basketball.
Yeah.
It's you just don't know, really what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But I think that TDE will do the right thing, put the right guys in the right songs.
Yeah,
that's true.
That was the thing with Dreamville, because it wasn't even just them when they did their fucking Revenge of Dreamers 3. They had like a whole bunch of fucking artists, and it was like, how are you gonna coincide all these different producers and artists? Like, how is it gonna sound? And
because one might not work good with the other. One beat might not sound good.
There's too
with
many different egos and personalities and different styles. It's just, but TDE them together, I don't think they're gonna do it like how Dreamville is with a whole bunch of different artists. I think it'll just be TDE, and they're gonna lock in and they're gonna put some amazing shit
I
out.
think they're gonna do it sort of like QC the label.
Yeah. QC's done that shit too, because they just put out another one. Yeah.
And then too, I'm definitely checking to see what their in-house producers are gonna bring too.
Yeah.
Right.
See what that production is gonna be, because I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot on them to make this right.
Yeah.
This is the time when you really, those in-house producers really get to show themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right. Hell yeah.
It's a lot to be expected out of that.
Yeah, I like what Dreamville did. They went out there to get people you don't really know and shit like that, just up and coming.
Oh yeah.
And they get to put their shit out there, get their little bit, and people got they fame off of that. They got their little starting point and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Dreamville, they just put out a video today. I watched earlier. The intro to Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Under the Sun, with J. Cole, DaBaby, and Luke. They put out the video for that today, so check that out if you haven't seen that yet. And one more question.
Is my favorite rapper. Like that.
I put a lot of niggas on J. Cole in high school, bro. I put like when I first heard J. Cole, I put everybody on in high school. This nigga Brad is a hate ass nigga.
Or at least my most. J. Cole's trash.
Yeah.
J. Cole ain't trash. I just be playing around.
Yeah, this nigga.
J. Cole's that nigga, man.
No.
I'm playing around because I know you're making him mad. That's why. Nah, J. Cole, man. That nigga, bro.
No, I think as a young black man, I relate.
Yeah.
It's so much relatable to him. I think he dives out of just that one culture, but just us young black men. But still, it's so relatable.
Right. Quick question. Last question before we move on. Dreamville or TDE as far as talent?
As far as talent?
As far as who's better, Dreamville or TDE artist?
Come on, that's a no-brainer. That's TDE. Because Dreamville doesn't have.
I'll say the same thing. I say the same thing.
Like just yet.
Same thing. Yeah.
It
was more young and more up and coming.
I fuck
trying to
with Cole, but
establish himself.
they got Kendrick, nigga, Isaiah Rashad, Scoop. I don't fuck with
J-Rock.
Schoolboy like that.
Everybody that TDE brings in,
Yeah.
they're guys that it's like you can drop your own projects. You have your complete own fan base. You are a superstar in your own right.
Yeah.
I think with Dreamville, you got guys who are good, but you got to go out of your way sometimes to listen to them like Boss.
Yeah.
That nigga's nice, but I can't really just walk in a party and just play Boss and everybody
I
knows.
feel you.
But I can go in a party and play SZA.
Yeah.
I can go in a party and play Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I obviously play Kendrick.
They gotta have some sort of base.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, there's a couple niggas in Dreamville that's not. Yeah, TDE almost everybody's a hit.
Yeah.
Almost everybody is a sure thing in TDE. Almost everybody. So we
So I don't think they disappoint.
No.
Nah.
Dreamville definitely doesn't disappoint either.
Yeah, they didn't.
They're on a different mission. It's like you really get to see that grind that like whatever J. Cole is trying to do. Like he's trying to birth this thing and really make something major. So it's good to see that from the ground up.
Right.
TDE is so established.
Right. All right. So moving on now. Next thing I got. Meg Thee Stallion, it was reported that she signed with RocNation. A lot of people thought that she actually got a deal with RocNation, but she's under management with 1501 label. It's just a management deal under RocNation. It was posted up a picture of Megan Thee Stallion with Jay-Z. She is still under 1501, but RocNation is now managing her. So you fuck with Megan Thee Stallion? I think bro, that bitch can rap. That bitch can rap, bro. I seen the freestyle the other day. I was like, yo, this bitch can really rap. Like she can rap for real.
I feel it. I think Meg is honestly what the culture needs right now.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell a lot of that just from the fact that like the way Nicki really like kind of gets behind Meg, because like you said, she is a woman who can rap. One, she's very tall in stature, so she really, her presence is very known.
Yeah.
She has a boyfriend or quote unquote man that's in the industry.
Yeah.
Already.
Money bag, yo.
Yeah, and she writes all of her shit.
Yeah.
And I think she's so relatable. Like she comes in, she had her own motto with this whole thing of we gonna drive the boat. Shout out to Kodak. But she's like, we're gonna drive the boat. She really made that kind of her own thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. If you look at three top women, Nicki, Cardi and Meg, and then you look at the two women who just came up and rising, like Cardi and Meg, it seemed like they both bit off of Kodak with something. Whether it's the drive the boat or it was that like that Bodak Yellow thing.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
I want to slip my mind about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
shifted, but I noticed that with them. But either way, Meg definitely 100% behind that. That body is, whew, Lord. I ain't never thought too, but I'll figure it out. I will figure it out.
That's funny. Yeah, so shout out Meg Thee Stallion. That's good for her with RocNation. Jay-Z. I love to see Jay-Z. Jay-Z's all over the place, bro. I love to see Jay-Z involved with so many different artists, especially upcoming artists and shit like that. The shit he did for 21 Savage when he was about to get deported, all that shit. Yeah. Jay-Z be all over the fucking place.
Jay-Z got the power to do it, though.
Yeah.
It's like, why not?
Exactly.
This is your duty.
Yep. All right, so next thing we got, we talked about Post Malone's album last week a little bit. Hollywood's Bleeding is out now. He debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. His final album sales were 493,000.
Damn.
And I said what I said last week about my opinion on Post Malone. How you feel about Post Malone, bro?
Post Malone is doing everything that he needs to do right now.
I said last week I feel like if he was black, he wouldn't be selling. And doing the same exact music, he wouldn't be selling as much as he's selling. I
said it's kind of a little grain of truth in there. I feel like
if he was black, he wouldn't sold that.
I think it is. I mean, honestly, you can look at quote unquote the best rapper in the world by the world standards, Drake. Obviously, he has like black in him, but his complexion is way lighter. I think that yes, when you have that lighter complexion, you can transcend across cultures easier because it's always been a issue with darker people in every single type of culture.
That is true. That's a good point.
But I think with Post, I don't think that
I ain't even hear the album yet.
I've heard the album. Like
was it good?
No, it's very good. And what I like is it's so global. It's like I think anybody can gravitate to it.
Yeah.
It's not too harsh. He has things in there that are when I say harsh, I mean like if you listening to the Baby, that's some harsh shit, but it's some shit we want to hear.
Yeah.
But I think with Post, like what I mean, like it's just very like ambient vibes and it's like just that cool.
It got something for everybody in there.
Yeah, it got something for everybody in there. So I think with Post, he said.
Oh, okay. It's more multifaceted.
You seen that catch, nigga?
No, I did. That was crazy.
Damn, this nigga Odell. Damn, this nigga caught that shit one-handed. But
it's more multifaceted. As per se, than something more selective as an artist.
And I think with that, like when you dive into his production, it's kind of like honestly, it may be irrelevant the color, or like if the color of his skin, like if he was black or white. I think that when you really listen to that production, it's hard to deny like that this is really, really good music and you're really doing what you need to do. But I think that Post really set the tone early when he said, "I'm not gonna be on the the XXL, that cover, the freshman cover. I'm not a part of that. Don't associate me with that. Like you already think I'm a one-hit wonder with this White Iverson, but I'm gonna show you I'm really gonna turn up."
I like this. I like White Iverson too when it came out.
I know,
a lot of people didn't, but I like it.
I think that's. Obviously that's what we want, and just
it is.
Moral of the story, it's a great album. It really is.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow while I'm working. But I haven't listened to it yet. But yeah, Post Malone, he sells 493,000 first week. his biggest sales week to date. So moving on now, the last thing I got from music. No, I got two more things. Next we got Kanye West. He was actually here in Atlanta yesterday. He did his little Sunday service thing that I talked about. I think I talked about it last week. He actually did it at New Birth, where Eddie Long used to preach at, and he actually rest in peace, Eddie Long. So he did his Sunday service thing there. I didn't even see that. The whole thing he did. I saw his little speech that he made there, talking about like how people. He's pretty much talking about how like he didn't care about the Billboard 200 charts and people should. He was just trying to motivate people with the little speech that he had in there. But he also confirmed yesterday that his Jesus is King album is coming out 9/27. There was a lot of speculation after Kim Kardashian put out the tweet with the track list and the September 27th date at the bottom of the track list. But Kanye has officially confirmed that his album is coming 9/27.
Does anybody trust that? Like trust any date that he drops at this point?
I don't know, man. I mean, if it helps us from his mouth.
Right.
Yeah,
but
he
as far
finally
as
said
like,
it. At first, he didn't say it. Kim Kardashian just tweeted that shit and everybody speculated. But now he
He's
said
not
it.
about to have Kim Kardashian looking stupid out here.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing.
He fucking loves her, bro.
Is that he loves her?
He
And I
loves
think
her.
We've all been shocked because we thought that was gonna be some, one-off, like, real quick. Hey, that was just some bullshit. But I think that he really turned her into a housewife, and I think that he really respects her, and she really respects him.
Yeah.
And he not even have.
She be doing a lot for him, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she's also turning up herself.
Yeah.
With trying to be a lawyer now.
Yeah.
Right. What do you expect from this album from Kanye? You see he doing the Sunday service thing. Do you think it? I said a couple weeks ago I don't think it's gonna be gospel theme. I think the beats will be like gospel theme type of beats, but I don't think he's just gonna be on some gospel preaching type stuff the whole album.
I'm gonna preface it with saying this. I don't really think that globally we care what Kanye is gonna do with the album anymore.
Yeah.
I think that Kanye is so far gone from a point of when we really care about what he dropped. At this point, it's just the name, it's the aura, it's Kanye West dropping something. Now, I don't know what to expect from this album. I don't. And, and I look at these Sunday services too, and I'm just kind of like, are these people really getting fed?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Fed, as in, when you go to church to get fed, get a word.
I see what you're saying. But a lot of people that go there, they're saying it's not church. There's no pastor or nothing like that. Like it's not like supposed to be like a service.
Right.
They're calling it that, but it's not supposed to be like a church service though. I see what you're saying though. But I don't think that's what he's trying to do.
So what's the significance of it?
But at Newburgh yesterday, he was like going into like a sermon.
Okay.
Like I seen it like he was getting into like a sermon type
that's
thing.
my thing. He can do those rants and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's just like, is it just, hey, I'm watching Kanye West say something to me? And I think all of us would be, quote unquote, a little bit starstruck. Obviously if, Kanye West is in the room and talking about something, it's just Kanye West, so you're going to listen to that rant regardless if it makes sense.
Right.
But it's like, okay, if you're going to call this Sunday service and you're going to, start, quote unquote, preaching, all right, well, let's just treat it like that, Are these people getting fed?
I feel what you're
think the
saying.
music is great. I think that, a lot of people a lot of quote unquote like real church people or real Christians would have problems with, sort of remixing secular songs and making them gospel.
Yeah, because I seen he was doing that Aaliyah song.
Exactly.
Genuine. I seen
You
that.
run into a lot of legality when it comes to that. Yeah.
I
don't know. I
don't think it's
can't
gonna be
take
like.
him serious.
I don't think it's gonna be like that. I don't think it's gonna be a gospel.
I can't take him serious though, bro.
But
like,
you see, when I think he dropped the album, I think there'll be tracks because Kanye, at the end of the day, even if people think it's like a bad album, he don't really make bad music. He has tracks that are good.
Yeah, and his first
album.
3-4 albums were classics.
So
straight classics. His first 3-4 albums.
I think that we have artists now
Yeah.
that they reach a tier where it's like it's never gonna be bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just use Drake for instance. Maybe a lot of people didn't like Scorpion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
I
didn't like More Life.
I did it, but I like More Life.
Yeah, I like More Life, but it's really like, some people are like, oh, that was trash. But realistically, it's kind of like their type of trash, like Kanye and Drake, is not the norm of what we consider trash.
Right.
It's like, no, the quality is going to be there. The formula is going to be there. But did you meet the expectations of what we thought you should have been at?
All right.
And I think that Kanye's really beyond that point and doesn't even give a fuck to even meet expectations.
Probably just dropping it just to drop one.
Yeah, dropping one, just drop one. It's been a minute.
When his last album came out?
His last album?
That was what was it called? Was it Ye? I think it was the one with the mountain album cover.
Oh yeah,
That was last year or the year before.
That
Let me
was,
look.
2 years ago, honestly.
I want to make
Over
sure.
there in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to lie about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
I think from my standpoint, I think it's still gonna have, just like you said, I think it's gonna have something on there for. I don't think he'll disappoint. That's what I think.
That's the thing.
Ye was last year. It came out last year in June.
I feel like it's more subjective on what people
really listen to Kanye.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be happy with this, and they don't expect to be happy with
Yeah.
this. You know?
Yeah.
I think for me, I just listen to music.
Yeah.
There's only certain, artists like J. Cole, Drake.
Yeah.
I'm critiquing the fuck out of that.
Oh, that you hold them to a certain tier.
I hold them to a certain standard. And, J. Cole, for me right now, he can't disappoint me because I know where his passion is. I know where his mind is.
Yeah.
I see him do too much out here.
Yeah.
The only way he can disappoint me
Kendrick
is if he
too.
got on crack and ran through the streets.
I say Kendrick too.
Kendrick
Kendrick
too,
has not missed with an album. J. Cole has missed. He's missed with a couple albums. That's my nigga. But his first album was a miss. KOD was okay.
P doesn't like the certain tracks that perform well.
His first album. I'm sorry.
It was because a lot of those tracks was supposed to be on his first album, but he had to put some shit out. Yeah.
I say his best project, but arguably second best project. Friday Night Lights was the
What's his best project?
Shit.
What's his best project? I just want to see
His
what
best
you say.
project? Ooh. So I'm honestly gonna say 2014 for
Okay,
the drop.
that's what I say. Okay, I just
that
want to
is
make sure
because
that's what you was gonna say.
the production was there. He knew what he needed to do.
Yeah.
The whole made Nas proud deal.
Yeah.
It's we've watched J. Cole evolve, and
Yeah, he
we
definitely
watched
has.
him at the point of where he just tried to give into the industry with Born Center. He tried to give into the industry of what they wanted.
Yeah.
So it was just.
But then he realized that that's not what he wanted
exactly.
to do.
So 2014 Hills Drive, I felt like
that was him.
Yeah, exactly.
That was him. That was from his
you
heart.
got production, you got industry, but then you also still got that flavor of Cole, where it's
Right.
like I'm gonna make my own beats, even if I gotta fucking rap on the tour bus and get that shit done.
A lot of people don't like his beats, but I think his beats work.
That's because niggas don't make beats and don't
Yeah.
understand what it takes to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I appreciate any artist that really makes their own beats.
That's true. I feel you. All right, so we're going to move on because we almost on 30 minutes. So Good Kid, Mad City is now the longest charted hip-hop album in history. Kendrick Lamar, I think that's his second album because I want to say Section 80 is credited as his first album. It is now officially the longest charting hip-hop album ever. He broke Eminem's The Eminem Show. He broke the record for that. So I was actually talking about this with somebody today. Oh, not today, but the other day. Is Good Kid, Mad City the best rap album of all time?
No.
You don't think so?
And the reason
What you think?
is,
What
I
you think? B?
I think it's up there.
It is up there.
It's up there.
It is up there.
It's not. It's not.
I think
the
that's
best.
one of the. I'll say top 10 to be safe. That's a
top
top 10 album of all time in hip hop.
it is a top 10 album. I think.
Wait, what are we talking about years wise?
What you mean?
We talking about years wise?
Years wise, what?
As in time period for you talking about like period?
Ever.
Oh, okay.
Ever.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
That's a top 10 hip hop album ever to me.
So-
From start to finish, the whole story, the skits,
It's the
the
thing.
rapping, everything. That's a top 10 hip hop album.
Here's the thing, I don't even know how qualified we are to even start thinking about what would, be the quote unquote top album.
Yeah.
Because we talking about a lot of years in the game, you can't skip over Nas.
Yeah.
Nas
is up.
Illmatic is the best album.
Yeah.
Illmatic is the best hip hop album ever to me.
I'm saying
That's
things like
to
that.
me.
Now I will say this: modern day, yes, the things that Kendrick did with that album, for one, it is so hard to make a complete album.
Right.
And for him to be able to take hit songs like Poetic Justice and still find a place for it to be in the track list and in the album and still make sense for the storyline that he was trying to
I see what you're
to
saying.
his audience.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Was genius because a lot of times these guys, they drop albums and they're good albums, but all those hit songs, those singles,
It doesn't
really-
it's not cohesive. It doesn't make it
Exactly,
good, right?
it's not
But that
cohesive.
went in the story.
Yeah.
That whole story from start to finish, everything he did with the album, that is a perfect album to
So
me.
I'm
Bro.
gonna say for me,
That shit is perfect,
I
bro.
will say this for me, because I know I just kind of played devil's advocate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think that Good Kid, Mad City was actually one of the best albums ever.
Right, it is.
You put it
That's
into
a top
10.
It might be top 5 all time,
For
nigga.
my own top 10
Albums?
that's going to be an ignorant top 10. Yes, I
Yeah.
put it in my top 5 if I'm
That's
just
what I'm
speaking
saying.
about
It is.
myself. But I'm not someone who's completely gone through history and listened to,
I feel
to
you.
Everything, yeah,
single
every
album.
project,
So,
yeah.
And we all 27, right? You 27?
I'm 28.
Are you 28?
I
Okay,
said
so
birthday.
yeah.
Shout out to me.
Oh yeah. Happy belated, bro.
Happy
Yeah.
belated,
When was
man.
your birthday?
September 4th.
Oh yeah, happy belated, bro.
Shit, it was a year after.
My girl's
a month
birthday
after mine,
September 6th.
August 4th.
Turn up.
Take a shot for that, B. Take a shot, B. Take a shot, nigga. Hey. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Hell yeah. But bro, dog. Kendrick has not missed on any album, bro. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. Section 80. That's a great album. To Pimp a Butterfly, classic. Damn, great album. He has not missed. No, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm straight on him. That shit was nasty as fuck.
Me and Brian gonna take a shot.
Yeah, you know I will.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man.
Good Kid, Mad City. Like
I feel like it's up there, man. That's shit. What that? Money Trees.
Money Trees. Sing
He
About Me.
Don't Get My Vibe.
Sing About Me is the greatest
Good
song.
Kid. Oh,
That's the greatest song that Kendrick has ever written.
It's
Sing
things
About
like
Me is the
even the
greatest song
bonus
he's ever
tracks.
written.
What song?
Sing About Me. That's the greatest song he's ever wrote.
When the light shuts off.
That is the greatest
Swimming
song
Pools
he's
was on there,
ever
wasn't
wrote.
it?
I ain't like Swimming Pools, but it's on there. It is on there.
I love Swimming Pools for Kendrick because Kendrick doesn't really get a lot of like major singles where it's like that's some good shit for the club, you know.
But he doesn't shoot for that. Just like Cole. They don't shoot for that.
They don't shoot for that. But I feel like Swimming Pools was his best in terms of that.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You competing against niggas like Drake.
Right,
Drake is a
exactly.
master at that.
So y'all take that, and we gonna move on to the next segment afterwards. This nigga Brian, y'all niggas is tripping, bro. I'm straight on that hitty. I took 2 up. This nigga Brian on 3, me and Brandon on 2. All right, so we gonna move on now. We gonna move on to the What's Trending segment. So the iPhone 11, Apple has announced it. I'll read the article I have here. The Apple iPhone 11 was announced today. It will, well, not today, but it will be offered in 6 colors. The 6.1-inch liquid retina display features both wide and ultra-wide cameras and has an A13 Bionic chip, which will be the fastest CPU and GPU offered in a smartphone. There will also be an iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. The Pro will be featured in 4 colors, including a new midnight green, 3 cameras in the back, including wide, telephoto, and ultra wide, and a Pro battery offering a longer battery life. So, what are y'all thoughts on that? Are you gonna get it? Y'all gonna cop it? I still got the iPhone 8, bro. I got the 8.
I gotta laugh at that. You know, I think that one, these Apple shackles are real. I am, like I'm a firm proponent of Apple and shit. But
you got an iPhone, right? You got an iPhone?
I got an iPhone. I got a 2.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I
have so much like just Apple fucking products and shit, and I love Apple because of how intuitive they are. But to stay on the iPhone 11, I mean the iPhone 11. I mean it kind of is a joke with the damn 3 fucking eyes.
That shit looks stupid on the back.
On the back, yeah.
That shit looks
like
stupid, bro. I'm not gonna get it. That shit looks stupid.
Apple, I feel like they are very good at not really giving you much, but giving you just enough. Yeah. Like simplicity, I think they have mastered it. And as a Apple fan, I mean, I'm never mad at their simplicity. I know they hold certain things back.
Keep you fed enough.
Yeah, they keep you fed enough, and I get it. That's their marketing tactics. Now, to answer the question, no, I won't be getting the iPhone 11 just because it doesn't make sense. They fucked up when they dropped the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 just it was.
That's the one I want to get one now. That's the best one that I've seen.
If you get the iPhone 10, you don't really have a reason.
Which one you got?
I got the 10s because the thing.
Let me see it. Yeah, that's the best one. That's the best one.
And the thing is, here's the thing.
Best one.
My dumb ass thought that the iPhone 10 was waterproof, so I jumped in the pool with it. And I was over here telling my brother, I was like, look at me. And he was like, no, you're a dumbass. And sure enough, it was. And my phone stopped working, so I went to Verizon, got the 10s, and damn, all you need is the iPhone 10. Yeah. I'm not getting the iPhone 11.
Ryan said the same thing, B.
To be quite honest, man, I'm not really on this other like wave of technology and shit like that. To be honest, I got a phone, it works, and I got an iPhone 8. I don't upgrade until this shit.
You got an 8 Plus though, right?
I got an 8 Plus.
I got the.
And that shit is not going. I don't get shit until it craps out completely.
You got a home button,
and I'm forced to get some. Huh?
You still got a home button?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so let me say this though.
That's just me.
This thing, no, I agree with that, and I know normally I really do always agree with that. But the thing is, when they dropped the iPhone 10, they got rid of that home button. and they went into a whole new way with just this all touch.
Yeah.
When you get a taste of that,
Yeah.
and you just see the other phones that don't have that, you can't go back to that.
Yeah,
you really cannot go back to that.
I
So I said iPhone 10, you won't really need to upgrade.
I always say whenever you switch to whatever phone to an iPhone, you're never gonna go back to the old phone.
not.
You're gonna always have an
It's
iPhone.
just the ease of use. That's what they focus most of their marketing on is it's the ease of use.
Yeah, and I like their security too.
Yeah.
I don't like my platform being so open source.
Yeah.
Like it is with Android.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just it holds you more susceptible to a lot of stuff.
And
Man.
Android just got too much shit on their landscape. But like I said, to reiterate, I personally will not be getting the iPhone 11. I have had 3 shots, so I'm probably lying like fuck.
This nigga
Probably gonna
right.
go get shit in like 2 or 3 months. Just because, but in general, myself, like internally, I really don't want to get the iPhone 11. It's just those Apple shackles are real. So I'm telling you, it's like a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I just got.
You had that shit?
Here you
I
go.
ain't even had that,
We was talking about that shit.
I did.
Hey, that
I
shit
ain't
was
even
not.
had-
That shit was
I
not
ain't
good
even
to
had-
me. You thought it was good? That shit was not that good
His
to me.
thing.
It was okay.
Do you like Popeyes regularly?
Yes, I eat.
Yeah,
Popeyes.
he
Ask this
fucking
nigga.
turns.
Oh.
He might as well turn into
Alright,
fucking
so,
Popeyes. This
It's been
motherfucker.
a minute since I've had a real conversation with someone who actually.
This dude
likes
is black
Popeyes.
for real.
Yeah,
He's
no,
black for
I
real.
all the
fucking
time.
love, like I'm of the premise of like if you on a road trip, it's like it's no time that you can't have Popeyes. Like you can always have. Popeyes.
You can have Popeyes anytime.
Exactly.
Bro.
Like you can
Exactly.
eat one little piece of chicken. It's like
That's the best chicken place, bro.
Exactly.
This nigga Brad is a hater.
Why did you not like the chicken sandwich? Because
It wasn't that
You a
good.
bitch.
It wasn't that
This
good.
nigga pee on like nothing.
It was not that good to
it
me.
really
nigga.
wasn't.
It wasn't. It wasn't all the shit that's been going on. Niggas pulling guns and shit. It was not worth all that, bro. It's not that good.
Well, arguably though, if
That's some
you're,
ignorant
I mean, here's the
shit.
thing: if you're a rational mind and you fucking know what's good out here, what the hell are you gonna pull a gun over some food?
Cause you ignorant.
Hey, hold on. We gotta move on because we get off subject. We gotta move on. But the Popeye chicken sandwich to me not that good. It wasn't that good. So moving on. We still in what's trending. I got 2 things on Donald Trump, but I'll do this one first. So Donald Trump administration they have plans to ban flavored e-cigarettes. According to reports, the Trump administration plans on banning the sale of flavored electronic cigarettes. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says the Trump administration is making it clear that we intend to clear the market of flavored e-cigarettes to reverse the deeply concerning epidemic of youth e-cigarette use that is impacting children, families, schools, and communities. Azar also said it'll take several weeks for us to put the final guidance that will announce all parameters around the enforcement policy. Where am I at? Damn, I lost where I was at. And then there will likely be nigga, because I had to switch up. Fuck this nigga. And then there will likely be about 30-day delay to the effective date. At that point, all flavored e-cigarettes other than tobacco flavored would have to be removed from the market. What's your thoughts on that?
Man,
Let Brandon go. Let Brandon go first.
it's a money thing, man. That's all it is.
What?
I feel like it's just a money thing, man. I feel like they'll. I feel like it's still too young for them to know all the effects that it cause. People relying too much on that shit. Oh, I'll turn to smoking. It's not really smoking. You don't know that. Ain't been enough case studies and stuff done enough to see what's what's really happening.
Yeah.
It is, to me, it is bad. To me, in my opinion, it is bad.
Yeah, I've
Probably
never
worse than
smoked a
smoking.
cigarette a day in my life, nothing like that. I've never smoked anything like
That's
that.
just-
I almost have, but I never had.
You never know. It could be a hidden agenda as far as somebody being in their pocket, as far as when it goes to going back to like big smoking chains and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel you. Go ahead. You look like you're eager to say something, nigga. Go ahead.
Nah. So I think that if we're talking about Donald Trump, it's always linked to something, money wise, and something that's going to help fund, his agenda.
Exactly.
First of all, it's common sense that obviously cigarettes in any form are bad.
Yeah.
Smoking in any form is bad. We already know that.
Not weed.
And there's arguments there.
I know, I feel you.
Now for me, I think, weed is all fine and well. Like, hey, get that stress relief, like for real. Like, smoke.
Ain't nobody ever died from a blunt, bro.
You know what I'm
Ever.
saying? Like, yeah,
But indirectly, it could be speaking. Indirectly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel you.
indirectly. Yeah.
But
I don't smoke blunts
I look
because that
at-
tobacco strain. I smoke cones. I don't smoke blunts.
I look at shit like, like
Niggas like,
Trump
Fuck.
already,
Yeah.
Trump already does dumb shit. Like one, he got rid of the Iran nuclear deal.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why you would do that. Considering what it was doing for both parties. Now, I'm not going to go into super detail. I mean, y'all can look that up, just kind of what was going on with that.
Yeah.
But, in general, I think that really any progressive movement towards drawing back on cigarettes is going to be good, regardless of, what I think about the person who's doing it.
Yeah.
It's going to be something good there. Now, if we're just, extending this to flavored cigarettes, then I really don't know what the fuck you're doing. I really don't.
Unless you got a hidden agenda as far as what we talking about.
I think it's just another thing out here that, someone does just to distract people from whatever the else hell is going on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit like that going on. A lot of shit that just happens just for a distraction. Yeah.
It's just a distraction, but in general, I'm for anything that's going to promote the health of American people, regardless of how much it's doing for us.
Right.
But why not, ban the actual tobacco strain?
Because it's too much money.
Oh yeah, nobody's ever gonna do that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they could have just did that too, but.
No, they could have, but
nobody's.
At the same time too, though, you really got to think about how that shakes up the economy.
Yeah, they're never gonna do that, bro. That's never gonna happen. Weed is gonna be legal soon. Yeah. That cigarettes, tobacco, that's never gonna be
on a
legal.
federal level. It will be actually appealed.
It's too much money. That's never gonna be legal.
Yeah, it might be decriminalized.
Yeah.
Very different.
Might not be legal. Yeah. All right, next.
So another thing on Trump. Let me play a video here that I have.
This podcast, they really.
Yeah, you actually coming with the actual substance, bro.
I appreciate it. I'm trying to gain my spot.
Yeah.
Shit.
So this is what Donald Trump, he made a comment. I don't remember when this was. This was in the past week though. He made a comment on Hurricane Dorian, a hurricane that swept through. I think it hit the Bahamas and it went up to South Carolina. This is what he said.
The Bahamas had some tremendous problems with people going to the Bahamas that weren't supposed to be there. I don't want to allow people that weren't supposed to be in the Bahamas to come into the United States, including some very bad people and some very bad gang members and some very, very bad drug dealers. So we are going to be very, very strong in that. Let me just explain. Large sections, believe it or not, of the Bahamas were not hit. And what we're doing is bringing the people to those sections of the Bahamas that have not been hit. We've done a lot of the USA Aid. We've done a lot of work with our Coast Guard, with our FEMA people who have been phenomenal. I mean, they've been phenomenal. So we'll see Bahamas.
Everything that comes out of his mouth, bro. So what y'all think about that,
bro?
Honestly, I think that anybody listening to this podcast right now, I think we all just had a unified thought. What the fuck?
That dude's a clown, bro.
I'm gonna let Brandon go because
bro, I don't see. He doesn't. That's a really stupid thing to say. You're basically singling out a group of people who have been through something, as dramatic as that. You're singling them out and saying, those kind of stuff that's, you kind of been very generalizing them. You don't know what these people have been through, bro. It says that 52 people are dead, but guess what? There's 1,300 people are missing.
Yeah, I see.
1,300 people missing. And I was watching this a couple, I've been staying up and seeing bro, they got trucks full of people coming to remove bodies from this. And so you can't say that it hit certain islands. And guess what? At the end of the day, what I've been realizing is that they're not getting the aid that people are sending over there. The government might be more than likely taking that money and keeping it for themselves. More than likely. Because if they're not receiving the aid that people are sending, where's the money going? Where the money going?
That happens.
They're taking the people and they're moving them to the other islands. Yeah, but it's the Bahamas, bro. How much of an island do you think was not hit by this Category 5 hurricane?
Fair.
Yeah, that happens a lot though, bro. Even with that probably happened a lot with Katrina. A lot of even I think Lil Wayne even said that. A lot of people.
He's generalizing people just for what, bro?
He's highly distasteful.
He's a fucking idiot. He's an asshole. He's an idiot.
And I've worked with people who just bring up things at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It's come on, bro. You understand what the situation is. You understand the gravity of the situation. You understand what we're talking about. Why would you choose to talk about that right now,
bro? I was watching something on the news, bro, and I think they was interviewing somebody who was there, bro, and we're looking at all the rubble and shit on the news, and then we seen something from the corner of my eye. I'm like, wow, there's an arm. I was like, but they zoomed in, bro. It was an actual fucking arm of somebody, bro.
Crazy.
It was an actual arm.
Crazy.
Like, yo, and to be this, insensitive to saying that kind of stuff to these people when they don't have nothing, bro.
Right.
They don't got nothing.
He said no pun intended. Yeah,
my bad.
We already had a whole conversation on Trump and shit like that, man. So
I'm being real with y'all. I have felt like my mic might have been on mute this whole time.
No, it wasn't. I can see. I see audio. I see audio. Yeah.
Oh.
Did you click it? Did you click it? I think you just drunk that. I've seen it.
That's the thing. I clicked it. No, it's funny because before I actually started taking shots, like I was like, I clicked it like an unusual amount of times. Like it was just like I don't know if I just did that extra click, right?
Yeah.
Nah. If you see the meter going, then
yeah, you good.
We good.
Yeah, you good.
This boy tripping.
All right, so
I am.
All right.
You want another shot?
They.
No. Just let him chill.
Exactly.
All right, so we go.
He can't stay here tonight.
We gonna move on. So I got 2 stories here. One, they put these on top of each other. So there's I want y'all. I'll just read it first. So one headline says, cheerleader who buried her baby in backyard is found not guilty of murder.
She was white.
Was she white?
Yeah.
Of course she was.
Second story. Alabama woman who was shot while pregnant is charged in fetus's death.
Is she black?
Yeah, she's black. So here's the story. This is an Ohio cheerleader. She was found not guilty of killing newborn baby she buried in a backyard. 2.5 years later, the shocking case of a former Ohio cheerleader accused of killing her newborn daughter and then burying her in the backyard has finally come to an end, and the outcome is not likely what people expected. As reported by NBC News, 20-year-old Brooke Skylar Richardson was officially acquitted earlier this week of aggravated murder and involuntary manslaughter for the May 2017 death of her newborn daughter. However, Richardson was found guilty of abuse of a corpse for burying the baby in the backyard of her family home.
Wow.
Richardson's attorney, I was reading this before I read it out loud. Richardson's attorneys argued in court that she didn't commit murder but was instead scared because her baby named Annabelle was stillborn. Although prosecutors told a different story and accused Richardson of bragging about killing the baby in text messages and that she allegedly murdered her daughter because she didn't want to ruin her perfect life.
Privilege, bro. Privilege. That's what that is, bro.
Yeah, bro. So
That's
she wasn't charged with murder.
Nah, bro.
The other girl.
What's that girl that got away with it? Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah, I remember that.
Of course.
In Florida.
We can't forget about Casey Anthony.
That bitch, bro.
Let me say this too. The other girl who was shot while she was pregnant in Alabama, the black girl. I think this happened in July. But she was charged with manslaughter initially, but that was dropped. So I don't think she went to jail. I'm trying to read it.
Was this the one who had actually approached somebody to fight?
I don't know. Fetus was carrying. She was shot. The 2 women accused of beating up a coworker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, neither one of them are going to jail. But the black girl was initially charged with manslaughter, but it got dropped. But the girl who actually killed her baby in the backyard is found not guilty of murder. 20 years old. The black girl was charged. She was shot while she was pregnant. She was charged in the fetus's death with manslaughter, but it got dropped.
Ooh, this nigga Odell's got wrapped up.
For real. But yeah. So
I'm trying to figure out if it's that lady that I think she went to fight her. She actually confronted her while she was pregnant, and the lady in self-defense shot her, or pulled out a gun and shot her.
It just says she was accused of beating up a coworker who ultimately drew a gun and fired it.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like the same story.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. So now in that case, I'm not gonna say that, because you went to search for a fight and you know you're pregnant. Like that's not cool to me, bro. Like to me, you putting your child in danger.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, now keep in mind, I am not saying the other person is right that she was acquitted. It is, hell no, it is not.
Yeah,
it is not right. That's privilege at its most.
The person that shot her, that's fucked up because she's pregnant. Even if
no. I'm talking about the other story with the Caucasian. Okay. I'm saying she deserved to go to jail.
Oh no,
she deserved to go to jail.
The other shit. Yeah, that's
if she went there to actually confront her and she know that you gonna do that when you carrying a child. Like, why do that? You putting.
She belongs to the streets, my guy.
Some people don't think about shit like that, bro. So yeah, so that's the country we live in.
Nah, definitely. I wish I had more to say about this, but I think that it's just like, honestly, when you just hear things like this, it's so much that runs through your mind. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what do people be on?
To be honest, bro, I don't. Sometimes shit does not
Don't
surprise me
no more. Yeah, don't surprise me.
It's getting to the point that shit don't.
Brandon's hair is pretty wavy right now.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty wavy right now.
This nigga is drunk, bro. Remember that nigga had that long.
I was like, I wish I could do my shit like that, but I don't have hair. So,
Remember that nigga shit was long as fuck.
Exactly.
This nigga had that Palomalu hair. But moving on, this is the last thing we got for what's trending. There was a baby on September 11th in a Memphis hospital. It was a baby girl delivered by C-section, born on September 11th at 9:11 p.m. and weighed 9 pounds 11 ounces.
That's crazy.
So it was a baby that was born on September 11th.
Weighed 9 pounds 11 ounces and was born at 9:11 p.m.
Wow. That baby's in the Illuminati.
That's fucking funny. But I'm just the type of person, I feel like everything happens for a reason. I wouldn't take that lightly if I was the baby's parents. That's just me. I wouldn't take that lightly. It's just too coincidental for all that to happen. That's just, I wouldn't take that lightly. I mean, I don't know what it means. I'm not gonna say it's some type of crazy
the way
meaning.
that the way the world works, and the way the energy works, and
Yeah.
Could have just been that, just the energy just made it that. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know what this baby's gonna grow up to be, but we're gonna fucking see.
My bad. Oh, you got anything to say on that, Brandon?
Oh no,
This nigga looking at his
just
phone.
coincidence, bro.
Oh, you think it's just a coincidence?
Nah, I mean, I
all
think
three of those things.
I mean,
Not September 11th.
Wait, whoa, what's the third thing? 9/11.
September 11th.
Nine-
born
nine
at
ounce-
9:11
9
p.m.
pound-
and weighed 9 pounds 11 ounces.
And what's the third thing?
September 11th, 9:11 p.m.
9/11 p.m.
Oh, there's that too. The timing.
Yeah.
I was born at 9:50, in case anyone cares. But
What the fuck?
I was born at 10:17. You know what time you was born, Brandon? You
I don't fucking know, nigga.
I was
that's the
born at
thing.
10:17.
I think it's just the black community knows.
Yeah.
We gotta know what time we was in this bitch.
Yeah, that's true. So we gonna move on now. So we gonna move to sports. We got a lot of shit to talk about sports. And we all 50 minutes.
You don't care, bro.
Yeah. What?
Good.
Oh, Brian. Yeah. You been on some shit. Yeah, some good shit. All right. So first thing we gonna talk about here, we gonna try to run through this real quick, so we not gonna spend too much time on it. So we got that. We got the shout out. We got the fuck you, and we got the Q&A segment. So Kevin Durant, there's an article, I think he did an interview with the Wall Street Journal. He had a lot of things to say about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll read them here. He said, "I don't trust anybody there. The shit must have been fake, what they was doing. The organization, the GM, I ain't talked to none of those people. Even had a nice exchange with those people since I left." He also said, "I eventually wanted to come back to that city and be a part of that community and organization, but I don't trust nobody there anymore. As time went on, I started to realize I'm just different from the rest of the guys. It's not a bad thing. Just my circumstances and how I came up in the league. And on top of that, the media always looked at it like KD and the Warriors. So it's like nobody can get full acceptance of me there. Some days I hate the circus of the NBA. Some days I hate that the players let the NBA business, the fame that comes with the business, alter their minds about the game. Sometimes I don't like being around the executives and politics that come with that. I hate that." So, and we all know Kevin Durant made that bitch ass move to go to the Golden State Warriors. He won 2 championships there. How many years was he there? 3, I think.
Yeah, he was there for a minute. He was enough to really make LeBron pissed off.
So yeah, what do you think about what he said? That whole shit he did when he went to Golden State from OKC, that was some bullshit. They was up on 3-1 in Golden State the year before. I feel like that was some bitch ass nigga shit. Just to me, that's just my opinion. Of course, he went to Golden State. He won 2 championships. Kudos to him. He actually won. He won 2 of those championships. Like, he did his fucking thing in those series against Cleveland.
He did. And I'm gonna let Brandon go before.
Yeah, because I feel like you'll give more of an in-depth thing. I mean, I kind of agree. I agree with P. He was kind of ring chasing to me. They lost the previous year to the Warriors, right?
Yeah, they was up.
He went and joined the people who beat them. So I feel like that was not like. I don't feel like it was a respectable move on as far as my opinion go. I don't feel like there was a respectable move because that's kind of. I feel like it was ring chasing. But
my thing is, why are you saying all this? You're not playing it okay.
But now on the comments that he said, I feel like they hold a grain of truth. Because they was getting ready to trade Westbrook, right? For 2 people on the Raptors.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to speak on that. You don't play for them no more. Just don't even speak on it.
It all has truth. And always known what the deal is with, you know, in terms of
Politics
Durant
and shit.
going to, you know, to Oakland. First of all, even if someone said it's not ring chasing, you're already gonna look at the fact that the niggas was what 73-9, something like that. The problem there is, you know, you are a bona fide superstar, and you're gonna go to a team that's already established. You don't get no fucking cool points for that. You don't get no brownie points for that. You just joining the team strictly, you know, honestly, to get a ring. Now, he did do his thing in terms of being the best player there, but he was never going to be respected like Steph.
Right.
And that was really shown when you had, was it the GM or whoever it was that was at a parade? And that nigga even said, he was like, look, we're not going to, you know, he's not going to get payment like Steph just yet. And he was a little drunk on stage, but it was a lot of truth to it.
I think it was.
Now, when it comes to him with these statements and stuff like that, he tried to suppress it and make it look like it was nothing in the moment when he was with Oakland and he had the problem with Draymond. Mm-hmm. If anybody's going to start shit with somebody, it's going to be Draymond first.
Yeah.
And Draymond called him out like, you a bitch.
Yeah, I remember that.
You got 1 foot in and you got 1 foot out.
Yeah.
And we all know it. And I think that everyone has known it. Now, at the end of the day, when you're trying to get a superstar to come to your team, they're probably internalizing that and thinking that in the back of their heads, like, he a bitch if he come over here, but I need him because we want to win this championship. LeBron is starting to get a little, you know, he getting where he need to be.
But I feel like they did fine, though. I feel like they did fine.
They did fine, but the problem is, it's like you're always doing fine when everybody stays in their lane.
Yeah.
But when people start jumping out of the lane, that's when you start targeting and looking at shit that's wrong. Like, well, hold on now. You trying to dip and think you the best nigga out here, but you joined our squad. We was winning before you, bro.
Yeah.
We don't need you like that. Well, okay, we don't see that this year if you really needed him or not.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to do shit. But in general,
I think they'll make the playoffs, like the AC.
Who?
Golden State.
Golden State. Here's the problem: is the West is too, you know, it's too much strength in the West right now.
Yeah.
I think that yes, they would make the playoffs, but to keep it on KD. KD is a very sensitive guy. Yeah. It is known that he was going to say something eventually. You're talking about a guy who had literally burner accounts.
Yeah.
Just to fucking and you know, fans and stuff. So it's just, you know, I expected KD to do this, but it's not like it's anything we didn't know. Yeah. We knew this as much as he denied it, but
that's true.
Sports, you know,
why even be surprised?
Yeah,
that's true.
Like when you got a brotherhood, it's like you got to show a united front. You're not going to put that out there, you know, like, and you're on the team, like, I don't fuck with this guy. You know, people like Kyrie have done that. And that just didn't work out well for Kyrie. Yeah. Kyrie, you know, you see what happened. Like, he said, you know, like, oh, we all good. But then eventually he came out and was like, you know, like, he was like, I'm here to stay. And then he was like, oh, I can't fuck with these guys. And he left. KD, he too much of a superstar to do that shit and not show united front. But once I'm out, oh, no, I'm going to give you all the fucking lowdown and the shit on this organization. And what's his name came out and said a lot too about the organization. What's his name? Iggy.
Oh yeah, when he was on the Breakfast Club.
But the moral of the story is Kevin Durant is a bitch. I think that, you know, globally, he's a great player, but he's a bitch. He's very sensitive.
Yeah.
And you know,
and we gonna see what the fuck.
Yeah, I feel like
I think he went to Brooklyn now because people know he knows people are not gonna give him credit for them 2 rings because he was with obviously a great team with Steph and Clay.
Like I said before, I don't think they really needed him. To be quite honest. They didn't really need.
They didn't.
No,
But he's gonna. I think now he has his sights set on. I'm gonna win a ring with a team. I'm gonna bring the team up. I'm gonna go to Brooklyn with a team that doesn't have a bunch of superstars, and I'm gonna bring one nigga with me, which I got Kyrie, and he's not gonna play this next year, of course. But I think,
always want more than less. I always want more than I need than, you know, less.
Yeah. Yep. So next thing we got here, Michael Jordan. It was announced that he is donating $1 million to hurricane relief in the Bahamas. So shout out to Michael Jordan for that. Hold on, can't.
Good. He has a duty to do that. If you got a lot of money, I mean, shit,
niggas a billionaire.
You a fuckboy if you don't.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Next thing I got here, I'm gonna discuss this picture with y'all. I don't know if you ever seen this before, Brian. I know Brian hasn't seen this. So Spencer Haywood, he is a former NBA player. In 1973, he had the option of taking either $100,000 cash or 10% of Nike. In 1973, which one y'all taking?
10% of Nike.
Now,
yeah. Y'all say that. Yeah, of course.
I say that.
Now, of course, we're gonna say that. But think about your brain in 1973, how your brain will work.
Yeah, no. You definitely got to look at people's situations and what that $100,000 may have did for him. Right in the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But
he took the $100,000.
Yeah, because you just don't know. It's like, you know, if I started a brand today and I said, you know, hey, you want $100,000 and y'all want to take 10%.
Right.
Y'all can be like, well, you know, I know you, Brian, but nigga, you ain't on like that. Like I don't think that in a couple years you're gonna have it going like that.
Unless you're very adept and you can do your research and see.
Right.
No, definitely. I think that at the end of the day, I can understand that and I can respect that.
But guess how much the 10%? Guess how much the 10% stake is worth now?
It's
probably about maybe let's say
5.6 billion.
12.4 billion.
See, yeah. I'm
So
sorry.
he missed out. He missed out on $12.4 billion.
You lost, my nigga. You lost.
Yes, exactly. Next thing I got, LeBron James. He tried to patent his little Taco Tuesday thing. It was refused by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
What? What do you mean patent? Patent what?
He tried because LeBron on Instagram he does this whole little Taco Tuesday thing
Taco
every Tuesday.
I get that, but like patent, like specifically what?
He tried to patent Taco Tuesday. Yeah. And this is what the trademark application, this is what they said. The refusal issued finds that Taco Tuesday is a commonplace message and therefore fails to function as a trademark.
Y'all see how well Pernell reads? Like,
Yo, when I be fucked up, nigga, I be fucking up. There's a lot of days where I be fucking up reading this shit.
He's not one of those niggas that's scared of popcorn reading.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not. So yeah, LeBron, you can't have everything, nigga. You can't have every fucking thing because you tried to, nigga. Next thing we got, this is the last NBA thing, then we gonna move on to NFL. 3-time NBA champion Sean Livingston of the Golden State Warriors, he has announced his retirement after a 15-year career. He went to Instagram, he put out a long message to everybody talking about his grandfather. And of course, for those that don't know, he had a devastating injury years ago, and he bounced back from that, got 3 rings. So he's gone, man. So shout out to Sean Livingston. He had a great career.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Got 3 rings.
100%.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't think he was going to come back from that horrific injury he had, but he came back.
To
got
not
3
be a
rings.
superstar, he definitely got what he needed.
And a lot of those first couple championships with the Warriors, I don't think he did shit the last couple years, but he was definitely a factor.
No, definitely. I mean, no, with the Warriors, I could have been on the roster and would have got 3 rings.
But he had a factor. He played a part in those first couple championships, though.
No, he did. He was that guy. He come in and it's just a lift that he had on his shot. It was like so pure, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, he long as fuck too.
Really
he a long ass point guard too.
Awesome.
So yeah, and then we was speaking about Antonio Brown last week. After the episode we put out, episode 11, it came out. Antonio Brown was accused of sexually assaulting his former trainer Brittany Taylor on 3 separate occasions, and I think today it was announced that he was accused of sexual misconduct by a second woman. And I think that the girl, she chose the perfect time to do this. Of course, there's no telling if she's lying or not. Of course, the emails came out. I don't know if anybody see that. I'm not going to read the emails because there was a lot of explicit shit in there. But the emails came out with him and Brittany Taylor. And Antonio Brown was saying some crazy shit. And I'm going to play a clip here. Of course, we talked about Antonio Brown was traded. John Gruden, he finally commented, the Raiders head coach, he finally commented on Antonio Brown's departure. This is what he said.
God. I mean, I feel like someone's smashing my temple on the side of the head. Get over it, man. It's over. We were good the preseason without him. We're going to be fine without him. And we wish him the best. But, we gave it a shot. And now New England gets their turn. Good luck to them. But I just can't, I can't deal with it anymore, really. Sorry. My God.
So, yeah. So, John Gruden's pretty much saying, good luck, New England.
I mean, he kept it real. Kept it real.
Yeah.
Well, how real can you get? He could have been more explicit than that.
Right, exactly.
He could have been a lot more explicit than that.
And,
so he kept it real.
And Antonio Brown, he made his debut with the New England Patriots yesterday. He got a touchdown, I think, on New England's first drive. I think he had 4 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. I'm not going to speak too much on the sexual assault allegations because we don't know that much. After the Dolphins game yesterday, I think New England won that game 43-0. After the game, Antonio Brown, he cleared out his locker. He left before media had a chance to speak to him, so he didn't say anything about it.
Antonio Brown never wanted to be with the Oakland Raiders.
He didn't,
and
yeah.
He went just a very roundabout way of getting to somewhere he wanted to be. I think that John Gruden has enough issues even without Antonio Brown. They paid that nigga way too much.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Patriots thing was planned from Antonio Brown? Do you think it was planned that he had a plan?
No, you know what? Honestly, for the way that nigga moves, no.
Okay.
It was not planned. It just eventually was one of those things where it was like
it fit.
Oh shit, yeah, it fit. It was like, oh shit, I can do this. And the Patriots organization, it don't matter what type of shit you on before you get there. When you get there, you like, oh, I know they legit top to bottom.
Yeah,
right.
Top to bottom. With Antonio Brown, I know he wasn't gonna speak on the sexual allegation. I think none of us take that lightly at all. But the fact of the matter is, he had a relationship with that girl. You know, it's not like it was just random. Like he just cornered her and was like, you gonna give me that shit? Nah, he was fucking around with her for a minute. And, you know, there may be some component of, you know, hey, I'm not trying to have a relationship with you anymore. I'm done with you. Oh, you think you done with me? Bet. I'm going to make your life a living hell. Yeah. It could have been that. But I'm not taking...
We're speculating right now until we get more information as far as...
Until we get more information, you know, but we definitely don't take any of that lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think she did this she calculated
it was very
what time she was going to do this with all the shit going on.
Especially with the second one coming out, because I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Because this happened, I think this happened years ago, all this shit happened.
Oh, yeah. No. Bill Cosby set the tone. Like, the shit that he went through, not that it's funny, but God.
Yeah. So we gonna do a quick week 2 wrap up. So we gonna do a quick week 2 wrap up. Let's see. The Jets and the Browns are playing right now. Browns are up 12-0. Baltimore beat Arizona 23-17. San Francisco's 2-0. They beat Cincinnati. What else happened? Green Bay's 2-0. New England's 2-0. They beat the Dolphins 43-0. Like I said, the Buffalo Bills are 2-0. Seattle's 2-0. Pittsburgh's 0-2. Atlanta game, we'll talk about that in a second. Kansas City, they rolled against the Oakland Raiders yesterday, 28-10. Patrick Mahomes threw 4 touchdowns.
He gone.
Who is that? Damn, I thought that was Odell. Carolina's 0-2. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Cam Newton. New Orleans, LA. LA beat New Orleans 27-9 in LA. And the two biggest stories from yesterday, Drew Brees, he's likely to miss 6 weeks. It was announced today. He suffered a torn ligament in his throwing thumb. That's good news for Falcons fans. I think he's going to return when he returns, the game he's going to come back for is the Atlanta Falcons. He has a bye week before they play the Falcons in New Orleans. And then Big Ben, he is also out for the season with a non-contact injury. He injured his elbow, so Big Ben is gone for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's talk about the Falcons game. Brian, me and you was there last night, man. It was a great game, bro. Great fucking game last night, bro.
Amazing game. And the fact that won, you know, shout out to, you know, Miller and, you know, having me in the super suite and all that shit. Like,
this nigga, something told me to hit this nigga up before the game because I've seen this nigga be in the suite and shit on Instagram, but I didn't want to bother him. And then I text him, I was like, bro, you had the game? The nigga said, yeah, I could have got you in the suite. I think it was 4 quarter.
I mean, that is
it's all good.
That is the only place I go straight to the suite. But in general, you know, Falcons, in general, you know, I'm glad that they got a W because that's what it's about at the end of the day. But I got to see more. I got to see a lot more. I think late in the game, like, they really started bowing up. Like, I really like their persistence. I like the fact that they never got discouraged about anything that was going on in the game. They kept coming at it. You know, their, defensive pressure was a little questionable at times. And it's like, you know, Carson Wentz is just a very hard guy to take down. And they had a lot of opportunities. I'm like, y'all are NFL guys that are, you know, pushing 400 pounds on the bench, you know, the weight bench. You need to wrap him up and take him down. They had a couple issues there with, you know, wrapping him up, and, you know, Carson Wentz is a Houdini when he wants to be. But in general, you know, Matt Ryan, he
threw 3 picks. We caught a lot of breaks because that nigga threw 3 picks.
Exactly, he threw 3 picks, but he also had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
You know, and he didn't really, you know, he had a decent amount of completions for how many throws, you know, attempts that he had. You know, I think in general, though, it was a good win for the Falcons. I think the Falcons need that early on to keep positive spirit and positive energy. And we know Dan Quinn don't play. Dan Quinn is, you know, arguably one of the best coaches we've ever had come through the Falcons organization. But in general, it was a great win for the Falcons to beat Philly on a Sunday night game at home, considering how many salty Eagle fans were in the building.
Yeah, it was a lot of Eagles fans
you know,
in there, bro.
And then on top of that, we paid Julio all this money, and he motherfucking delivered.
Yeah, we caught a lot of breaks too, and then Deshaun Jackson, he went out with an injury. Alshon Jeffrey, he went out with an injury.
Oh yeah.
Matt Ryan threw 3 picks.
He threw 3 interceptions, and then Trufant, he had 2 picks off Carson Wentz. Well, we caught a lot of breaks. Even that Aguilar drop when they went deep, we caught a lot of pressure. We had
put a lot of pressure on him, or what?
On Wentz.
No, we put pressure on him. The thing is, just when we got there, we didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, you know? And then Julio on 4th and 3, that little screen pass, he went deep. They could have called a block in the back on Sanu. I don't know if you saw that.
No, well, you know what? I actually watched.
Jake Matthews made a great
block.
block.
On the side a little
yeah.
You know, it was.
Yeah, they didn't call it. Yeah, it was questionable. They didn't call
home
it.
team. You know, shout out to home team.
Yeah, so shout out to the Falcons. The Saints lost yesterday, and of course they lost Drew Brees, like I said, for the next 6 weeks at least. So that was a good win. We needed that win. The Saints game was before our game started, so with the Saints losing, I knew going into that game we had to win this game, and we got it done. So shout out to the Falcons. Like I said, Big Ben is out for the season. Steelers are 0-2. Steelers have had fucked up last year. They lost Le'Veon Bell. They lost Antonio Brown, and now Big Ben's gone for the season.
They down heavy.
They're not gonna make the playoffs to me. They're done.
No, and I think they know that.
They probably.
It's a mess over there. You know, they're not the Dolphins type of mess. But
Yeah, right. And the Saints, even with losing Drew Brees, they don't have bad luck the last 3 years. That playoff game against the Vikings, that last second game, and then last year that bullshit with the Rams, that call, and now Drew Brees is out for 6 weeks. So
who's gonna step up? Teddy Bridgewater?
He's not gonna do it.
But at the same time, though, Saints have a lot of pieces. They still have a great, team. So I think that they might just still do, damage on the fact of, like I said, they have a great team.
But as Falcons fans, we don't want them to do too much. So
no,
this is good
as
for
a
us.
Falcons fan, no. I want everyone to.
And fucking Carolina's 0-2. The Bucks ain't gonna do shit. They 1-1 right now.
No. Cam needs to worry more about his fucking attire and what the hell he showed up in for all these damn, interviews and shit.
Yeah, I got a stat here. When the Panthers lost to the Bucks, it was Cam Newton's 8th straight loss as a starter, the long streak of his career.
His name was dressed like a villain again.
Yeah, I seen that shit. So yeah, shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Great win last night. That was a great fucking game, like I said. I think that's all we got.
He was in the building, you already know.
Yeah, especially when Julio got that touchdown, it was gone. Nigga, that shit got so fucking crazy, bro. That shit was fucking insane. It felt like a playoff game, the atmosphere, just to me. Like, even outside, going into the stadium, nigga, was hella fucking people out there, bro.
Brandon, I can tell that you're not a Falcons fan, but what
Nah, it's not that. I'm not really a fan of any team, bro. I want the Falcons to win, bro. They always find some way to fuck some shit up, bro.
Exactly.
They always find some. I do want them to win, bro. I do, but they always find some shit to fuck up.
Yeah, it's like
that Super Bowl
I thought we was gonna blow the game last night.
That Super Bowl was in the bag.
They did.
That Super Bowl was in the bag, and they became too lax when they got up.
Yeah, no, I think.
And they just their defense is just not changed.
I think dealing with the Falcons is like trying to wipe a up.
Our defense came through last night. Our defense came through last night on that last series.
I just feel like there's a lot of instances where it lacks.
Like I said, we caught a lot of breaks last night, but our defense, they did what they were supposed to do on that last drive for the Eagles. So
then again, like I want y'all to know, I don't really, keep up with a lot of sports. I'll watch what games is on, but I just feel like the Falcons, they always do something. They always put themselves in a situation.
It's really Atlanta as a whole.
Yeah, I think it's the city of Atlanta when it comes to sports. But I think that's all we got for sports, man. So we gonna move on. We got the shout out segment. You got anything? I got 2 things, but I wanted to come back and ask you.
Ooh, shout out.
Musician, anybody, any up and coming artist, anything like that, bro.
Honestly.
If you don't, it's okay.
First thing and foremost, Jesus is real.
Shout out Jesus.
Exactly. Shout out Jesus. He's great. He's amazing. And shout out God.
Yeah.
Definitely for
was good
opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to shout out. First of all, I want to shout out Lamar Jackson, South Florida product. Shout out Boynton Beach product, the city I was born in. Lamar Jackson. He is the Baltimore Ravens are now 2-0. He threw 5 touchdown passes last week against the Miami Dolphins in a win, and he threw 2 more touchdowns yesterday. He now has 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions on the season. Lamar Jackson is now the first player with at least 250 passing yards and 120 rushing yards in a single game yesterday in NFL history, just regular season. I think there's been a couple players. Colin Kaepernick did it in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is the first player to do it in a regular season game. So shout out Lamar Jackson. Like I said, South Florida product, Boynton Beach product. And also I want to say shout out to Oklahoma Sooners quarterback Jalen Hurts. He is now responsible for more touchdowns than incompletions this season.
That man is focused.
He's responsible for 13 touchdowns. This nigga only has 12 incomplete passes this season.
And
what I want to happen is, of course, he lost his job to Tua for Alabama. He transferred. Of course, last year Tua got hurt in the SEC championship, I believe, against Georgia. He came back in when Tua got hurt. Came back and won the game for Alabama, and it's crazy. The opposite happened the year before. Mm-hmm. He got hurt. Tua came in. He lost his job. Yep. What I want to happen is I want this nigga to play Alabama in the playoff, and I want this nigga to beat Alabama. So that's the story. That would be amazing.
Great story.
Because I fucking hate Alabama.
Jalen Hurts is who the fuck just got hurt?
I think they quarterback.
Jalen Hurts, is I think that his motherfucking mentality, like everything about him, his work ethic is very it's where it needs to be. I think when you watch his interviews, they fucking blow a team out, and they're like, "What are you thinking? I need more work. I need to go back to work."
He's spot on in his interviews. He's been super locked in and focused, and I've seen that same shit. I know what you're talking about.
I'd be very mad if my last name was Seaman.
I think it's Simeon. I think it's Simeon.
Like just get fucked up on TV, but then I was just like, damn, it had to be a rough like childhood for this nigga.
Right. So, like I said, shout out Jalen Hurts. It would be a crazy storyline if Oklahoma plays Alabama in the playoff and they beat Alabama. So that's all we got for the shout out segment. Next is the fuck you segment. Brandon has something, and we on an hour and 14. Just to let you know.
Shit, I want to say fuck you to T.I. I'm gonna play a little clip. Y'all probably figure out why.
I'll die.
Which era was what? Which era was so great?
Here's the thing that you guys are forgetting. America was actually one of the. Slavery was all over the world. All over the world. America was. No, I'm not saying it's okay. So why are you saying oh?
Hey man.
America was one of the first countries.
I want to like you so bad.
I'm trying to answer your question.
I want to like you so much.
I can't answer the
I want to
question.
hear you. I want to be able to hear them. I want to be able to hear them.
If I can't answer the question and you're just gonna boo when I say slavery was all over the world, which is a fact, why are you booing a fact?
Because you're making light of.
No, I'm not.
You're making light
I
of
haven't
the
gotten into my points.
enslavement
I'm not
of
making.
people that look like us. You can't make light of that.
So what? I think that was a panel or something where T.I. was on stage with a couple other people and they
I
were
just
speaking
feel like
on.
it was disorganized. He's not letting her speak. It don't matter what they saying. It's not supposed to go like that. You're supposed to value what somebody else is supposed to say.
Why
Give
is
me their time.
T.I. So why is
I
T.I.
just
getting
don't.
a fuck you?
I feel like T.I. is a person, bro. He pretends to be like he's awoken
smart
to the
now.
fact.
He's smart. That nigga's smart though, brother. He's
I don't
not
feel
no
like
dumb
that.
nigga.
I don't feel like that.
Brandon, are you wearing a black hoodie right now?
Yeah.
All right, you see how easy that was? I asked you a question, you answered it.
Yeah.
It's literally that easy. She didn't want to do that. She kept pivoting to other things.
Okay, I see
She
that.
got very upset about that. And
Yeah.
it was just like, no, let's keep it on that.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it on that.
Pressing the issue.
What was that? What was that they was doing?
I don't
It was
know.
some type of panel where they was talking about like Trump. I don't even know what it
Yeah.
was, but I wanted to say what it is
Yeah.
so we can clarify what it is. But what you think about what T.I. said, Brian?
You know, my thing is, I mean, I really didn't have a problem with what T.I. said because it's just kind of like, you know, I think especially as young black men, once again, when we've had enough, we've had enough. And she kept pivoting. It was like a very direct question of what era was great.
Yeah,
and she
what?
kept
Yeah,
trying to give
yeah,
background
T.I.
to other things, and it's like, okay, we understand you're educated, you know, but she was pulling some Iggy Azalea type shit.
Yeah, I want to say T.I. He kept asking the lady what she was saying that "Make America Great Again" was a strong statement. I think that Trump was saying, and T.I. was asking her in what era was America so
Well,
great?
if she kept pivoting, then that's only my fault for not looking at the whole entire video. If he's asking her a direct question, then fine. But I still stand by what I said. I feel like T.I. I just perceive it as a lot of the stuff he comes off as very loud, and I just don't feel like using like
Shout out
certain
T-
words and shit like that. That makes you
T.I.
an
my
intelligent
nigga.
person.
Shout out T.I.
I just feel like
You gotta
that.
shine your light. Whoever don't agree with it, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. So yeah, I don't. That was the somewhat fuck you segment for T.I. You got anybody want to give a fuck you to, Brian? Anybody?
You know, I think it's always a standard fuck you to Trump.
Yeah,
It's
that
always,
we can say we can
Yeah,
do that
especially
every
after them
episode.
comments about the Bahamas,
Yeah,
bro.
it is.
Oh yeah, I'll do that every episode.
Very disrespectful, bro.
You know,
Very disrespectful.
Aside from that, you know, I think I ain't really got too many fuck yous. You know, I pray for everybody. So you know, simple as that.
So the next
on,
thing
vote.
we got is the Q&A segment. Hold on 1 second.
Shit, I forgot.
So we got this is the last thing. Q&A segment that we gonna close out. We on an hour 17, but it's all good. So
Let
we
me
gonna
read it or
do
you
Q&A
want it? You
segment.
got it.
I'll read it. Now you can read it because I've been reading the whole fucking time. I gotta fucking.
All right,
pee.
we got
Hold on,
a question
pee.
here from.
I gotta pee. Let's pause real quick. I gotta pee.
All right, pause.
All right, we gonna be right back. I gotta pee. All right, and we back. Everybody, y'all ain't on mute, right?
No.
All right, good.
All right, y'all, we back. We got a Q&A question
All
here.
right, go ahead.
We got it from Jordan Alma. Hey, my name is Jordan. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Oakwood, Georgia. My question may seem a little childish. I don't know, LOL. But I would like a general opinion. How long would you guys say it takes to completely get over a significant other? I've been out of relationship for a year now, and it seems, and I still seem to be in love with my ex. Frowny face. Oh, This was my only real relationship since high school. We were together for 5 years. I know everyone is different, but I just wanted to know what you guys think in this typical time range to be totally over somebody. But I'm not going to lie, this shit still hurts. Thanks, guys.
I personally don't think there's timing on it at all. I think it's, when you find something better, you find, a better vibe over time, you start to forget about, older things. But I think, in the timing of when you just don't, you don't have anything there and nothing's going on, of course you're going to think about the last, good situation for yourself. You can't get rid of that. It's, and it was a significant other. To just drop that out of your mind immediately would mean that it was nothing. So I think, in a year's time.
They was together for 5 years.
Yeah, no, that's you're not going to forget about that. If you forgot about it, then it'd be, you mean nothing.
I read the question earlier that I was asking Brandon, is it a guy or a girl that said this question? Because I can't even tell. The Jordan could be a guy or a girl name, but it sounds like it's a girl because this is how it was written.
It's the way it was written.
The way it was written because there's a frown face in there, and then just thinking, I don't know, just what they said.
That's the thing too. Y'all gotta get away from that. Like actually, like looking at text passages and trying to, I think, generate, like formulate some mindset based on what you just like saw, the way you saw it.
Yeah.
Because people don't, talk like that face to face.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's like the whole double texting idea.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna double text.
I mean, it don't even matter what gender it is, but I just wanted to know what it was.
So what you think?
So like from when you read it to me, it sounded like it was a male. Now that I'm seeing like the actual emojis in there, like or the emoticons.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. And I'm seeing the exclamation points. I'm thinking that it may be a young lady.
Sorry, Jordan, if we don't know what gender you are, we not trying to clown you.
Either way, I think, at least for what I said, I think it applies to both parties. It's like, come on, a year and you was in a relationship with someone for 5 years? Like, what? Like,
Jordan,
to get over that? No, you can't just...
Let me say this. You said, of course, everybody's different. How long they been broken up? A year now, it says? They said a year, right? They've been broken up?
Yeah,
they've been together since high school. To me,
so she got together when she was
high school,
17 maybe.
To me, high school relationships is not real because you're only 22, Jordan. You still got a lot of time to experience a whole bunch of different things and meet a whole bunch of different people. I don't know what you and your significant other experience with each other. But like you said, everybody's different. But if you're still in love, I don't know what the situation is. You didn't specify how you guys broke up, anything like that. But if it's a situation that could be worked out and you two are still in love with each other, then you guys should probably try to work it out. Like I said, I don't know the what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened between y'all. But if it's something that can't be fixed, and it's been a year, I always say it takes 2 years to truly get to know somebody. So I would assume that it would take maybe, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It takes a little while to get up with somebody, especially somebody that you really love, and that's your first real relationship, you said, right? I'm reading your question. Yeah, it is. So, I don't know, but just try to be strong. Be strong. If it's something that can't be worked out, you can't work it out. You're going to meet somebody else. You're 22 years old. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, like I said, but you live in Georgia. You close to Atlanta. You ain't that far from Atlanta. There's a lot of there's a lot of shit you're going to experience. You haven't even lived half of your life yet.
Yeah, it's a lot that you're definitely going to experience. But at the same time, when you feel happy. And you know when you know feelings. You know what you feel, and no one can tell you any better than your own self about what you feel.
All right.
So it doesn't matter what stage you are in your life, but take your time. It's a lot of life to live.
It's a process too, getting over somebody. Especially like I said, if there's no fixing what you guys had, it's a process. Take it day by day. You got to be strong. Try to do stuff to keep your mind off of that situation. I mean, it's been a year now, so hopefully you've been doing that already, but. I don't know. I say it takes 2 years to get to know somebody. Maybe it takes 2 years to get over somebody. I don't know for sure. It depends on the situation. Depends on what happened. Depends on you. But go ahead, Brian. I'll let you.
You still been having sex with this person?
Yeah, that's another thing too. If you doing that, you ain't never gonna get over the person. Go ahead, B. We didn't let Brandon go. What you think, B?
Yeah, I mean, just to touch on what they said. I mean, yeah, just like P said, it's a difference from high school relationships to when you get older. It's just okay. Well, we're not gonna say that. That's like belittling her. But we're not gonna say it like that.
LeBron James has had his wife since high school.
But we gonna say that holds a grain of truth. Keep in mind, me, Brian, and Pernell, we're 27, 28. You haven't been our age, but we've been your age.
Yeah, we've
been at that stage. Yeah. So there's differences in what we're and there's a truth to what we're saying as far as that. Yeah, if you only broke up a year ago, it's not enough time to get it's dependent on the person. There's no set allotted amount of time in order to get over somebody. If it's been 5 years, 5 years is a good amount of time to spend with somebody. It is a big portion of your life, but if you're thinking about the person, you're not gonna get over the person just like that. You need to do stuff.
It's a process.
It's a process. Yeah, you need to do stuff to take your mind off of that and stay busy. Focus on yourself right now, because you don't need to create a dependency. I'm not saying you are. Create a dependency on finding somebody else and trying to fill that void, because you need to focus on yourself. Because if that other person leave, God forbid, you gonna feel the same way. Focus on yourself right now, and the person will come in the time it's supposed to happen. It's
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you. Are you in a relationship, Brian?
Right now, so I do have a chick that I'm dating.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that.
No, definitely. I will say this though, to add more context to what you said.
Yeah.
Find your purpose right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you having a dependency on someone else, it's okay when you understand you.
Right.
And understand what you got going on, but. You're not gonna be good for anybody if you don't understand yourself.
Yeah, right. You have to be able to.
You gotta learn how to move on your own.
Yeah. Before you be with somebody. Exactly. You have to be able to do that.
You gotta have your own thing. Like, you don't want to create a dependency on somebody else to fill that void. Because God forbid, say something go wrong with them, you're gonna be back to square one.
Exactly.
You're not going.
Spend this time to really get to know you.
And 22 is really young. Like, it is young. You have not lived half your life yet.
Exactly. We haven't.
Don't rush. Don't rush. It's just
yeah. So
that's pretty much all I gotta say to that.
Yeah. We're on an hour and 25. So I want to say appreciate Jordan for that question. We don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but you sound like you're a female. I hope you're a female, because I hope I'm not calling a female.
Hey, I think it's a dude, but all right,
Yeah, yeah, but it is what it is. But
update us.
If anybody that has any similar questions, any Q&A question, you're gonna send that to askinsensitivepod@gmail.com. No I in insensitive. We appreciate Jordan for that question. We appreciate anyone that has sent a Q&A question in the past. And that's all we got, guys. So
we'll try to change up our platform in the future. We'll kind of consider what we're gonna do as far as the email goes. Maybe we'll put some link in there for you to just drop a question anonymously and whatnot, and we'll try to go through them. But we appreciate your support. Like I said, we're on Apple Podcasts right now. We're gonna try to get on Spotify. We plan to do video by episode 15.
Yeah,
and we're gonna try to get into all that. It's a step-by-step process. We can't do all of it in one.
And all you gotta do for the Apple Podcast, go to the podcast app. It's the purple app, because a lot of people might not even use it. Just go to the search box on the bottom right, type in the Insensitive Podcast, and it pops right up.
Apostrophe.
Yes.
Sensitive. And I really appreciate you guys for having me on.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming, man.
I've never done a podcast.
Yeah.
And to see what you guys have, to see it so structured. And just to really, really have something in place, I can see the progressive movement and what you guys are gonna do in the future. So
appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you having you as a guest, man. You gave us some good insight, man. You gave us a lot of substance as far as what we're talking about.
Yeah, you probably one of our best guests. Definitely one of our best guests. So this episode is gonna be on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. But you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'll put Brian's Instagram and Twitter in the description box, and YouTube and SoundCloud. So follow us on there. Follow the podcast too. All that information will be on YouTube. And SoundCloud.
That short guy.
And if y'all,
I'll put it in there the correct spelling.
And if y'all need any, beats made or anything like that, hit up Brian. Everything will be in the links, anything like that. He'll take care of y'all.
Y'all need apps made to just hit me up. It's jack of all trades. I do it all.
All right, bro.
Yeah, guys. Good episode, guys. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, we out of here, y'all. We will see y'all next week, next Tuesday. We back, episode 13. This is the Insensitive Podcast. We out.
All right.